Hey yo, what up? What's poppin'? Yeah, I seen this before. I seen this before. There's literally not anything new about it. I have seen this before. I've been around for a little minute, and the one thing that is a constant is these YouTubers who stay trying to play detective. Whenever a rapper or known figure is murdered or loses their life, you can bet your ass it's gonna be a group of who are supposed content creators, personalities, bloggers, etc., etc., claiming to be the one who is going to make sense of all of the doubts, any confusion, the unanswered questions pertaining to the death, the situation, the case. That's what's going on with this Julio kid, right? The kid that recently got ambushed at the Holiday Inn. Multiple stories and claims then surfaced as expected because it's nothing new. The bloggers who are known for and have always been known for nothing more than entertainment swear up and down they got the juice. They feel they got the tools to bring some sort of, I don't know if they're looking for justice. They feel they can reveal any hidden conspiracy, right? So what happens is these situations get drug out, and the more they stay on it, the bigger their heads get, the bigger their platform gets, right? And it's an ongoing cycle. But here's the thing: it's never any concrete results, and it's always been like that. On the real, I'm talking going all the way back to the Kanika Jenkins case. For some of y'all that either don't know or don't remember that situation, Kanika Jenkins was a young girl from Chicago. She had went to a hotel party with her friends. Next thing you know, the damn girl was found in the hotel freezer dead. So they say or said. It was a terrible situation, you know. But it was a huge thing. It took the internet by storm before you knew it. All these YouTubers who were always deemed as nothing more than YouTubers randomly, all of a sudden they multiple of these people set out to supposedly solve the case. And like, what problem though? They had zero qualifications, no experience in that field to do so. They would all replay. Basically, it would go like this: they would replay any piece of footage connected to the case, coming up with different opinions and narratives as to what actually happened. Like, oh, you seen that this person here was just over here, and that person over here was just doing this and doing that. Meanwhile, none of the damn cases would get solved, even to this very day. Here's what one of the kickers was for me, because these fools they was really getting like support. Like they had loyal followers. They would be getting constant donations, financial support for what ultimately was just them making shit up as they ran back the same clips over and over and over and over. The people who watched and supported really believed in these people, man, and still do to this day. Because a lot of them are still on some of these things that happened from years ago, despite the fact that there was never any progress, especially from anything that they did or thought they did or was doing. It would just be a race between these bloggers or who could, you know, like who could get the newest piece of information first, to the point where they would beef with each other. YouTubers basically, but it would turn into a beef between who can solve the case faster, and not neither damn one of them was qualified to do anything, man. And some of them even had their lives threatened for overstepping their boundaries, entering territories they had no business entering, trying to play Beverly Hills cop. It's one thing to be a content creator and speak on something and offer your own opinion or conclusion, but what exactly is expected to take place when a regular everyday YouTuber, someone who has always been regarded as such and nothing more, all of a sudden overnight plays a detective, acting like they got years worth of experience? Now, an example of a situation gone horribly wrong, it very similar to what happened to, God bless his soul, Zach TV. For I don't know how many people remember him or know him, uh, but he lost his life behind researching and investigating what had happened to Kanika Jenkins. Well, at least that's what the majority consensus felt. He's a popular content creator who was interested in finding out what happened to the Kanika girl. And the aftermath of him being shot and killed was caught on cam. There was just footage of his truck and like, on the street. And they supposed to had warned him before he even passed. Basically in so many words, the message to him was basically like, hey, look here, cuz this ain't got nothing to do with you. Go about your business. And he did not do that. And what happened to him happened after that, sadly, right? Here's my thing. Ultimately, it's like this for me. I ain't no hater. I'll be one of the first ones to give props to any of these people who can actually get the job done or assist and but with actual progress. But see, that's just it though. That's what brings me to my sole point. How much of a job could possibly get done with no credentials, with no experience, no law school, no damn police academy, huh? Nothing in these fools' backgrounds give you any sort of indication that they'll be the one to help with anything. To say it for what it is, like I wholeheartedly feel it's an act that they really could care less, in fact, about not just the case, but the people they cover. And that the only motivation, the true motivation and reason is the money. Because folk really be thinking these people are doing it with pure intentions. I doubt it. I doubt it. Do I feel it's absolutely like every single blogger out there that's for self? I believe it could quite possibly be a few that have their heart in the right place, you know? And it's not that they wouldn't have anything new to offer to the people that were watching. Some of them, they brought up little details and things, but they were things that were already like be released to the public to a degree that you could look up yourself. Because think about it, an average YouTuber that could put out information that's already out there. So how much can they really like help with an official case, an open damn case? If anybody who made an account could go and look up the information, that's what I'm saying. Hmm? Um, there's still there's some of these people who are still on cases from almost 10 years ago that have been receiving financial rewards. The whole time it's hard for me to believe, you know, that if the money flow stopped today, these bloggers that are on that kick, I doubt that they would continue investigating any further if there was nothing to gain from it. But you tell me. You tell me. I'm not saying I can't be wrong. It is my opinion. Conspiracies formed, lies told to keep practically a check going. Subscribers subbing, clicks clicking. The Folio kid that passed, man, they out here saying that this kid, I hate to even use this word. Good God Almighty. They saying that this kid was ejaculated on, man. And I said, there ain't no way, wait a minute now. Because of the fact that I had seen these type of outrageous stories made up next to people's names that had been killed. I went and I looked it up myself. I couldn't find a damn thing next to this boy's name that said anything like that. They're saying that this kid had been ejaculated on after or before his death. It was something like that they were saying. And it's like, oh, okay, so that's not anything that's on the internet, but it's just on YouTube. What a surprise. And it's like the thing that made it worse is like that was something that was supposed to have come from the boys' autopsies, what the word was. How a blogger gonna get something like that? Now you got top platforms and top bloggers that do get information, but we're talking about people who like literally started their YouTube career off of talking about these things, man. How much do you really think they know? How much do you think they could really get if we're talking information, details, and news, like things that are behind the scenes that the average person couldn't find out themselves? I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. How could they even get information like that? That's the formula. Get the spectators hooked, then it's procrastination to the fullest. There are even sectors built off of the name of certain rappers where it lost their lives, man. You got the Mo 3 sector. You got the Young Dolph sector, right? Of course, you got the Kanika sector. Not a rapper, but will always be one of the most infamous mysteries to exist. And now you have the Fulio sector that's been born. I don't buy, I don't believe, and I damn sure don't respect it. To me, it's just earning off the blood of somebody they never knew. But that is just me, though. It is just me. I'm just being real. How legitimate could a person be when you could do everything they did? Within a matter of a day's time, starting to count, and you just start talking about it. And boom, all of a sudden, you're a detective who's been on the job for 10, 15 years. They really be talking like they know what they be talking about. Stay in your lane and discuss the facts that are already out there. But me personally, I will never go off of something I hear somebody speaking about. It's a shame. It really is a shame, man. Because these people don't really have any regard for the people that were murdered or even their families. There are times where you even had the families of some of these people who have passed away reach out to some of these bloggers like, wait a minute now, you don't know what you're talking about. Slow your roll. That's disrespectful. You understand? It always goes back to what I say about having an account, a platform, and then influence. Anybody can have all three of those things. Boom, you make the account, build your platform up a little bit. And if you're talking about something people are interested in, that influence will sure enough follow. But the question you always have to ponder is, what is their intention with that influence? And I think that's something people always need to keep in the back of their mind. But that's just me, man. That's just me. Realest one. Hashtag act accordingly.